Hey guys, it's Trisha with Upcycled Stuff, and today I'm going to show you how easy it is to turn a kitty litter jug into a useful, not to mention free, storage container. The ones that you see here are ones that I use to store my t-shirt yarn in, but I also have one in the car to organize all the dog's things, their treats, leashes, water, their bowl, etc. They also make great containers for storing your started craft projects in. Sadly, I have a shelf full of them, so let's get started. The first thing you'll need is a kitty litter jug, and then you'll need some cutting tools, a pair of scissors, and a utility knife. And then I'm just going to use this piece of old cardboard, food packaging, to create a template for my handles. And this one's optional, but I'm going to add some t-shirt yarn around my handle to make them a little bit more padded, a little bit nicer to feel on the hands. I'll leave a link below if you want to make t-shirt yarn. So first things first, go ahead and remove the label. Then we can use our utility knife to open up the top of the jug right along that line, that lip that it creates from the label. And we just need a hole big enough to fit the scissors in. This is even kind of big. Use your scissors to then remove the remaining top of the jug. And then it's a handle. So we're going to use a piece of cardboard, one that fits exactly along the top length of the plastic container. And this looks about right, so I'm just going to go ahead and slice a piece off that's big enough for my handle. And that looks like it's almost perfect. I have a little sliver I need to take off there. You really want it to be perfect so that it lines up properly on both sides of your container. Okay, that looks good. So now we're going to add the handle. Just go ahead and fold your cardboard in half, and that's going to mark the center of your handle. And then while it's still folded, cut right along that fold line, an opening that's big enough to fit your hand in. Yep, that looks good. So just go ahead and line it up with the top lip or the top edge of your container. Make sure it's lined up side to side. And then take a permanent marker and you can just trace that opening. And then flip it over and do the same thing. Just make sure it's lined up properly. And go ahead and trace that opening one more time, and then you'll have two level handle openings. Now we just need to open up the handle. You can start by poking a hole in the center of it with your utility knife, just big enough for your scissors to fit in. And then go ahead and start cutting along that black marker line that you just made to remove that inside piece. And when you're all done, if you have any of these weird little jagged edges, places where the plastic didn't quite get cut right, don't worry about it. You can smooth that out with a flame. So as you can see, it'll start to melt a little bit. You want to make sure that you keep the flame moving. Don't keep it in one place too long, because you'll melt the plastic too much and you might even scorch it, turning it black. So you get the picture. Just go ahead and keep moving it back and forth until it looks how you want it to. Then I want to add some padding to the handles with my t-shirt yarn. So I'm just going to take a length of it and start wrapping it around the top part of that handle. You can tie a knot or use some glue if you want to, but I usually just take a piece of the yarn and tuck it, the end piece, and tuck it inside the loops. As soon as I move my hands, you'll see that. There you go. So I just wrap it around the end of it to secure it into place, and then I just keep wrapping and wrapping and wrapping until that handle is totally covered. And then when I get to the end of it, I can cut it off and tuck that other piece underneath what I just wrapped. And then that makes it easily removable, which works for me. But like I said, you can add glue if you'd like to make it more permanent. And then there's just one more finishing touch. If you have any marker left behind, you can clean that up with a little bit of rubbing alcohol. It comes up really easy. Just apply it to a cotton swab or a paper towel, and it'll just come right off. Ideally, I would have done this before adding the t-shirt yarn, but I thought of it after the fact, so do as I say, not as I do, I guess. So I hope this little solution works for you. I'd love to hear how you use your kitty litter buckets or reuse them. With 4 cats, I'm always looking for new ideas. Thanks for watching, guys.